Hello, my name is Ilona and today it's Thursday, March 2nd, 2023, and the first thing I want to look at is about everything that's coming out about a lab and something that escaped from a lab. We have FBI Director Wray actually saying that this happened, and that's the origin of something that has been going on for the past 3 years. It's very interesting because I do see in the independent media there are some people who are like, well, why are they pushing this suddenly? Is this a distraction again? And I fully understand that people obviously are a little distrusting from everything that's suddenly in the media, because let's face it, this was a theory that a lot of people were already saying 3 years ago and everyone was laughing about them, and now it turned out to be true. But let's face it, a lot of theories turned out to be facts. And we are now in the period that it's showing that they are facts, actually. To me, this feels like it's not necessarily a distraction, although the dark energies could use it like, oh, we're going to focus on this just to kind of cover up the rest. But to me, this feels like the white hats are using this as stepping stones to really what's really going on. Because a lot of people first were convinced this had to do with animals and humans and something on a market. But ultimately, this is about bioweapons created in a lab, created in the Ukraine, created in China, and of course with the help of the USA. And of course a certain doctor in the USA, and Mr. B and his son is somewhere involved in that as well. So, and that's very difficult for people to understand. So you can't just go from the market to a bioweapon. There has to be something in between. At least that's how it feels to me. So this is like another stepping stone, so to speak, another step in that direction. So they're now releasing this. So people are finally to understand like, oh wait, it just happened. It accidentally happened with a lab. It's not that accidentally, of course, but that will come later on. Of course, the dark energies are trying to use this to frame China in a certain way, but don't think they're going to get very far with that. Doesn't really matter. It's now out in the open and people can now read it and see it. This is on mainstream media. It's been in the Netherlands, you know, in the media there as well. So this is all around the world. People are seeing this. Wait, this did come from a lab. So it won't be that far off when more information is going to come out that it's really a bioweapon. We're talking in the Ukraine about they wanted to create a bioweapon that was actually based on genes, genetics. So they would take out certain groups of people in humanity. That's actually the reason Russia, how to say this? I just lost the word again. That's why they attacked the Ukraine. I'm going to keep it very simple. I want to say infiltrated. They didn't infiltrate. They just moved in, so to speak. But they had a very good reason for that. That was really awful for humanity if that was released. So this is really about bioweapons. But people can't make that switch from market to bioweapons right away. You know, there needs to be something in between for a lot of people, at least. I'm sure the people in the independent media and, of course, are well aware what's been going on for a very long time. But this is about exposing the truth to, you know, the people that are just at home watching the media. That's what it feels like to me. So I got some cards on that. We have the Magician. We have as the central card the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Pentacles in the past. We have the Ten of Swords underneath the Nine of Pentacles. And then for the near future, we have Judgment and the Seven of Pentacles. This feels to me like this is about waking up people, and it will take time. It will take some time. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if Elon was waiting for this, for the FBI director to confirm this. And now most likely the files about a certain American doctor will be released. He already mentioned that he was going to release that. We are kind of waiting for that as well. So that's going to be very interesting, because that will lead to that it's not so accidental, most likely to all kinds of information also connected to Mr. B and his son and Ukraine. And this is going to get very interesting, but this is necessary in the step to fully show this to people who've not been reading about this, who really believed the market story, they need to be molded, how do you say this, to another way of thinking. And this is part of this process of showing them the truth. This is part of the waking up process. This is very interesting because this is about putting people back into their power. I do believe someone very smart is behind this. So this feels to me like a white hat operation, but the dark energies are also involved, probably thinking that they can push through their own agenda. Make no mistake, it almost seems like they're working together, and I'm sure there are a lot of people actually having that perspective, that I've mentioned this before in videos. They don't feel like they're working together, but they have similar agendas. So they use things that happen along the way. And the dark energy probably thought, hey, we can use this to create like friction with China, focus on that, so we can take the focus away from other things. And the white hats are like, this will be perfect to open people's minds, to make them understand that, of course, this is really about bioweapons, but we need them to see, first of all, that this was something from a lab. That's step one, and then you can move towards the other steps. But a lot of things are going to come out. That's the feeling I'm getting. And it's about becoming independent as humanity, thinking about our own health, not relying on governments, not relying on the medical, side of things. And I am certain there are a lot of good doctors, good nurses, good people working in the medical community. But unfortunately, the top of the medical community, especially with what's been going on the past 3 years, showed themselves as working for the dark energy. So that needs to be exposed as well. There's been a radical change made. So I do think that now we're going to get more and more things about this coming out. It's almost like, yeah, we need to bring this out now. Choice has been made. We're going to see more and more of this, more things coming out. I believe that now, at least in the Netherlands, but maybe even worldwide, I'm not sure about this, that what's been going on the past 3 years is now comparable to the flu. So that's what a lot of people have been saying for the past 3 years, and now it's finally coming out. We're going to get more of that. So the other thing I wanted to take a look at is the bird flu. We have a case in China, apparently from the first, or what I'm not sure the first one, but this is now coming out. It's the latest case from a woman in eastern China that apparently tested positive for it. So again, this is like the newest thing they want to focus on, that's going to be worldwide. And I just wanted to take a look at the energy. To me, it feels like this is going to fall flat again. But the cards I got, first one is Temperance. So I hope you can see it. We have the 3 of Cups as the central card. We have the 8 of Pentacles. That's interesting. I also had the 8 of Pentacles for the reading I had before this one. And that's about working. Let's just say, I'm just going to first show the cards, then I'll get back to that card. We have the 2 of Cups underneath the 3 of Cups. And then for the future, we have the 10 of Cups and the Chariot. So this is a card that they've been working on this for a very long time as well, just like with what's now coming out about the lab. There's so much work behind the scenes for that, and I believe the dark energy's been working on this plan to use all these things, all these tools. To me, it's falling apart. If I look at this, I'm talking about now about this new disease that's now coming out. They want to focus on, well, it's not a new disease, but they're now going to focus on that one, and that people can again be, they're trying to plan another thing that they've been doing for the past 3 years. But from the cards I see, these are beautiful cards in a way. They do feel very positive, especially this one. This is really about celebrating. Now, of course, in this case, because I'm asking about this energy, do not worry about this one. Do not worry about another thing coming up and they're trying to push this agenda again. They'll try to push it, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I think this is again about showing humanity what's been going on. This is part of the healing process. We have 2 healing cards. So we have the beautiful Temperance and we have the 2 of Cups. This is about healing. This is about bringing balance again. So it wouldn't surprise me if the white hats are even behind this, or trying to show people they're doing it again. See, this is the same thing that happened the past 3 years. And look at where that led to. That apparently now is comparable to the flu, which means we should have never been afraid of it to begin with. And I think that's the connection they also want people to make. So don't be fearful. Nothing's really going to happen with this. They're trying. They've got other things lined up as well to try to create this fear again. It's not going to work. We're moving away from this. We're moving towards this beautiful new world I think a lot of people are longing for. This is the chariot. This is moving away. This is taking control over our own lives. And I think humanity is really in the process of understanding or beginning to understand what's been going on for so long. They've tried to take over all these things. They try to work on fear. And of course, everything that's connected to this, you can just get it. You have to protect yourself. You have to protect your loved ones. It's all part of this fear. This fear vibration, because that's the best way to manipulate people. So to me, this is going to fall flat. I don't think this is going to go anywhere, or maybe some things will pop up. They're going to try from the dark energies, but I think the white hats are going to use this to show the people this has been done before. We know from the last time what happened. So I think this is really so people and humanity can heal, can see what's been going on. I also wanted to mention that a lot of things are coming up now. A lot of things are being triggered. We are feeling a lot of energy changes. And I've noticed it myself. A lot of old things are coming up. And maybe you noticed it in your environment. People may have a short fuse or become very negative. Very important to focus on yourself. Embrace the feelings that you're feeling right now that may come up. Feel through them, embrace them, don't be afraid of them, and realize that we are very powerful, and this is about getting back into our own power, our own authority. And once we are capable of dealing with our energy and really start manifesting what we want, the entire world could fall apart. We would be safe. And we would create a completely new, beautiful world. So we do not have to worry about that. So very important, if things come up, you maybe feel overwhelmed. So how to say this? Embrace it, work with those emotions, those feelings that can come up, but also take good care of yourself. Do things that you enjoy doing. There needs to be a balance. So it's very important that we really start balancing ourselves. And I'd like to leave it at this, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye.